Alright guys, I figured I'd do a little bit of a review on this Kubota m7060. I bought this tractor brand new in March of 22, so it's just a little over a year old. It's got 483.3 hours on it, so I'm going to call it a 500-hour review. I have mixed feelings on this tractor. This is the 12-speed tractor, 6 high, 6 low. That's the biggest thing with me, is this transmission gives trouble. It's been in the shop twice. First time it went in, it had 173 hours on it. They had the tractor for oh, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 months, and couldn't get it fixed. They finally got it back together and said, well, it's fixed, you know, you can come pick it up. I went and picked the tractor up, got it home. It lasted about 10 minutes. And the transmission just completely locked up on it, wouldn't move. Called them back. I said, okay, we'll send you a tractor to use, and we'll come pick it up and take it to a different shop. So it went down to a different shop, the same dealership, just a different shop. They had it a long time. It was total, I think I was without this tractor maybe 7 or 8 months. We were real close to there. That's when I had the M5111. The issue I'm having is the shift forks and detents in this transmission. The last time I was over at my dealer, I asked the guy that's over the shop, I said, is it an issue? And he said, yes, it's an issue they're having with this transmission. The 8-speed is not having this issue, but the 12-speed is. The M4 is a different transmission. It's more like what's in the M5. It's not giving any issue. So those of you that have a M4, it's, you know, that's not an issue. Power wise, tractor's decent for what I do with it. Most of the videos you see, probably 80, I'd say about 90 to 95% of them, I run 540E. There's no real reason for me to take it out of the economy. It does really good. You know, I'll have times that I get in thick stuff that I'll stop and I'll switch it over to regular 540, and it plows right on through it. It does fine. Bush hog I run, in case y'all don't know, is a Land Pride. It's a RC 2512, 12 foot. I may try to do a review on it too if I get a chance. This tractor, I pulled a 12-foot disc with it. It does phenomenal, does fine. There's not a whole lot of complaints with it other than the transmission issue. Loader, Kubota, y'all could step it up. The loader capacity, I think, could be raised. I would feel comfortable putting a loader on it that could pick up another 1,500 pounds or so. I don't think that would be an issue at all. If you're going to do that, I have fluid in these rear tires. That's a must. You really need to have real weights on the back of this machine, which I've been looking at putting a set on it, see if it helps it. Or have something hanging off the back of it. Well, if I'm picking up anything very heavy, I'll put my 7-foot bush hog on the back of it, and it does fine. It's a pretty good tractor overall. Guards, that's a big one. The guards under the fuel tank. This little flimsy thing that Kubota's calling a guard, yeah, that don't work. That was tore up within probably the first 2 weeks of having this machine. They're not much. I mean, these little tabs just poke inside the fuel tank there, and that's what they expect to protect it. The machine does have good tires on it. It's got radial tires on it. No complaints with the loader, really. Again, the guards on this side, you can see they were flimsy, they were small, they were thin, just like the other side. I have one being built to cover all this back up. And that's another thing that happened here. You'll see I got a different pin through this. These little bitty pins here. Was bush hogging with it one day, and the loader control just fell over. So the pin had came out, so luckily I had one of these and stuck back in it, and that's what I've been running ever since. As far as the routing on hydraulic lines, I don't have any issues with those. Like I say, I just wish they had a better cover to go here. That design is just, it just don't work, especially for this lower line. I mean, you got to be careful. You'll end up ripping it off. All these lines, they're nice and tight, tucked up out of the way. Steering. One thing I've noted about this tractor is you have a load on this loader and you're not moving, you're not going to turn those front tires. It's just not going to do it. I've even have been without a load on the front and had a tire kind of in a hole, not even a big hole, just a small hole, and it would not come out of it. It wouldn't turn to come up out of it. Three-point, I haven't had anything heavy enough to affect it at all. I did take my guard off, or my PTO shaft. It was just it was in the way. It doesn't fold up far enough to really be up out of the way, so I did take that off. These I've been having an issue with. They leak really bad. You can tighten them all up and it might not be 10 or 15 minutes they're loose again. It might run 2 or 3 days and before they come loose, but they keep coming loose. Your control for your 540 and 540E is here. I don't really have a complaint about that. At times it's difficult to change from 540 to 540E. Lift arms, you know, I like Kubota's design on that. They're easy to take off. If you want to take them off, just unpin them and take them off. That's handy. I do like that. My factory top link that came with the tractor, I have no idea what happened to it. I had mowed hay with it one day, and that disc mower that I have, you have to run your top link pretty far out to attach to the top of it. So I run it out and I screwed it all back in, and I don't know what it done. I don't know if it boogered the threads on the inside or what, but it just completely seized up. It won't move at all. Toolbox placement, I do like it. If you'll notice on the cab tractors, they put their toolbox down here down low. I could see, for me, that would be an issue. I could see that getting broke off or bent or something like that. There is something I do want to talk about: fuel filters on this tractor. Winter time, this filter right here, I do not like its placement. I know there's not a whole lot they can do about it, but last winter, I've got a video on this. This tractor, this filter gelled up. Nothing else in the system gelled up, just this filter. It was -5. the wind chill that was coming through, I don't know what the wind chill was, but it was cold enough that it gelled the fuel in this filter right here. That's why I've got the video titled "They Need a New Fuel Design." If they could move this somewhere else, or figure out a way to put a guard on it, which I know for some of you that you're going to say, well, that's inconvenient. Well, I understand that, but so is needing a tractor and coming out to it and it won't run. So there's that. Loader lift capacity, I don't have, like I say, I for the size tractor it is, I understand the Kubota doesn't want to go very extreme on their loader lift capacity, which I get, but I mean, come on, I mean, give us a little more. Air filter, I like its placement. Battery placement's fantastic. Excuse me. The little screen here over the radiator, I like that. It's handy. Cooling issues, I have not had any cooling issues except one, and that was completely my fault. It was last fall, I believe. You know, you getting sage grass and stuff like that, and it collected all along here, and of course it comes up through here, and it had stopped up the screen, and I happened to catch it as it didn't overheat, but it was getting warm, so I stopped, cleaned it all off, and it cooled right back down. No big issue. I do wish they had a way you could pull this radiator out like some of the bigger tractors have. I know it's not convenient to do that for them on this size machine, I get it, but it would just be nice. Now I do have one issue in mind, and I haven't figured out what it is yet. Something on this tractor is catching this fan. As you can see, it's chewing the fan blades up pretty bad, but I still haven't figured out what it is. You can't really hear it, which is why I didn't know that it had done it till I happened to look at it one day and it was chewed up. I've got to call my dealer on that and talk to them. Emission system, I have not had an issue with this tractor at all. When it goes to a regen, I kick the RPMs up, let it do its thing. You don't have to stop and let this tractor regen. I've never had it call for a stopped regen, or a parked regen, I would guess you'd call it. When it shows up it wants a regen, kick the RPMs up on it and let it go. It's done it while I've been bush hogging, it's done it while I've cut hay, it's done it while I've been baling hay. Like I say, there's no issues there. This tractor, I run right now I've got a 605 Vermeer. It's an older baler, it's a 605 G series. This tractor will run that baler and roll a 5x6 bale in 540E and not struggle. So it does extremely good with as far as that goes. I'm hoping to upgrade balers next year. That baler needs quite a bit of work. I've got new belts and things for it, but it needs some bearings and possibly a roller, and I've got sprockets for it already. It just, I haven't had time to do it, or really a shop to put it in to do it. I wish they did have a little bit better guard system on the front of this. You know, a thing that I've done, it's my fault. I have dinged the front of the hood up on it. I done this whenever, not long after I got it. I was unloading a hay tedder and it swung back and caught it right there. No big deal, but I mean, it's a tractor. It's gonna get dents and dings and scratches eventually at some point in its life. The grill, you know, sticks and stuff come up. That's part of it. I did have it built, a plate that goes here with a D-ring on it where I could chain the tractor down right here. As you can see, when I chain this tractor down, I run my chain across the top of here, under there, under right there where that grease fitting and stuff is. I'll go underneath all that and come back up. That works fine. But like I say, I wish I haven't had a chance to go get the bolts to put that on yet. Work lights. This is where Kubota, they could step it up on this too. This little work light right here, come on when the key's on. You know, they're pre-wired right side, and it's also pre-wired on the left side for these lights. Those lights are 90 some odd dollars a piece. That's why I only have one of them. I won't buy another one. I like the fact that I can turn it on and off when the key's on. They've got a switch right here, on and off. I do like that. But the first chance I get, when I think about it, I'm going to replace those. I'm going to replace that one. I'm going to put one over here that's both LEDs. Front lights. They're pretty good. These side lights that shine out to the side, I wish they were a little brighter. I wish they would just go ahead and put factory LEDs in it. I really do. I know this is, especially an open station tractor, this is kind of their, you know, their base model tractor for this size. But I mean, a few things like that would be nice. Seat, I don't have an issue with the seat. It's not the most comfortable thing ever. I wish that was, I would like to have an air ride seat, but being open station, I don't really care. Controls, everything are nice. It's you know, it's convenient. It's where I like everything. Electric PTO, I don't mind it. I like it. Push button 4-wheel drive. Electronic 4-wheel drive. I absolutely love it. That's one of the things I absolutely love about this tractor. If I'm in a spot and those back tires break loose and I start spinning, I reach up there and touch that, or if I don't want to have it just locked in, reach over here. If you got both your brake pedals locked together, you just touch those brake pedals down and it will pop the light up, and what it does is it automatically engages your 4-wheel drive. That's also really nice if you're running down the road and you're coming to a stop and you got something behind you like a baler, or like this field right here. When I come down off that hill, it's pretty steep, so I can just touch those. As long as those brake pedals are locked together, it automatically engages the 4-wheel drive. I've got 4-wheel braking. That was the big thing with the M5 that they had loaned me, did not have. My Vermeer baler actually would push that M5 down that hill right up there. Would I buy this tractor again? If it was not for that 12-speed transmission, then absolutely yes. I've enjoyed this tractor. It's done everything I've needed it to do. And I'm sure it will continue to do what I need it to do. I would like to go to an M5 series, preferably an M5 111, or I've been looking at other brands too. I talked to some guy that has some 115C cases. They absolutely love them. They haven't had any issues with them. I have a neighbor right up the road. Matter of fact, I used to work for the man. He has one as well. It's a 110 or 115. He just bought it not long ago. It was this year. Tractor doesn't really get used much. I haven't decided if I'm going to continue to keep this tractor. It's coming in. We're in fall. We're going to be coming into winter. It's October now. I don't know. I want to say yes, but like I say, I'm looking at other tractors, other brands, other sizes. I'm looking at a 95 New Holland. and a 100 case. I will go with a C series if I do this. New Holland, the one I'm looking at, the dealership has, is a Workmaster. I will probably go with the Power Star series, or I'll move up to a T series. And I may find a used tractor that I like. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. Another thing I wish it did have, I wish these tractors had brake lights. When you press your brake pedals, I wish these lights would come on. They don't. They illuminate when you have your lights turned on, and that's it. I'm not even sure if these blink with the blinker. They might. Yeah, they do. But yeah, there's no brake light here when you touch your brakes. So that's one thing I don't like about that. Another thing I do like, if you're bush hogging or anything, running your PTO, and you want to kind of maintain where you've got your RPM set, you click this button on. You click it off, it'll turn it off. Yeah, it works, but not great. It could use some improvement. These plastic fenders, there's another thing back here. They're plastic. I wish they would change that. Just put a piece of metal fender on it, or finish the metal fender out. You can see this one's cracked, and I'm not even sure how I cracked it. Probably a stick getting caught and pulled up. Rear fueling back here. It's inconvenient if you've got your top link laying here, or if you've got an attachment, a 3-point attachment hooked up. You know, you're standing over here, you know, trying to get moved around and whatnot. But it is what it is. The cab tractor, of course, you know, has what they call ground level fueling. It's all right here. Like I say, I don't know if I would buy the tractor again or not. I would like to say yeah, I would, but at the price I was just quoted for this same tractor, I was quoted this price probably 3 months ago, might have been 4, and that tractor now is like over $60,000, and I think I give in the 40s for this tractor, brand new. I was quoted a cab tractor in the 70s. When I originally bought this tractor, I was looking for an M5 and nobody had one. They could price it to me, couldn't get it to me, and I was kind of in a situation where I needed a tractor, so I ended up with this one. At the time, I priced out an M5 111 cab, heat, air, buddy seat, third function on the loader, and it was in the 70s. I think about 74, 5, something like that was what it was, and that was with fluid in the tires too. When I bought this one, I had to have them put fluid in it, which I think was about $300. I had the canopy. I bought the canopy, put it on. It wasn't cheap. It was about $6 or $9. Secondary remote valve. This is the one I put on. I think it was about $900 for all of that. I would like to have third function put on it, like I say, if I keep the tractor, but I don't know if I'm going to. If I do, I'll put third function on it and buy a grapple to go on it. But everything I've done so far, I can do basically with the forks and a bucket. The buckets will do all the clearing I need to do, and for trees or something, I'll just pick it up with the forks and carry them where I need to carry them. But yeah, like I say, if it wasn't for the 12-speed transmission that's in this tractor, that's kind of put a sour taste in my mouth, because it's still not fixed. It actually needs to go back again and be split again for the second time and fixed yet again. So I don't know. If it wasn't for the 12-speed transmission, yeah, I would buy this tractor again. I would definitely buy it in a cab. Like I say, they didn't have a cab tractor at the time. They didn't even have this tractor in a cab. It was open station, you didn't get one. So like I say, I was in a position where I had to have one. So this is what we got. Like I say, overall I really do like the tractor. It's been good for what it's done. It's been really good for what I do with it, and the bush hog that it pulls. So I mean, that's kind of, y'all could take my review as what you want to. Don't listen to it, you don't listen to it. If you do, you do. I know I'm pretty generic on what I'm telling you, but I'm not going into specifications on the tractor. I mean, that's something y'all can look up. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. And, you know, there's a few little highlighted things that I wanted to talk about, was the shielding and the steering and things like that, and that's about it. So if y'all like my stuff, like and subscribe to me. It doesn't cost you anything at all. It just helps me out a little bit. Maybe it'll get me into eventually have it where I can end up with another tractor. I know I've got a video coming up. I got to go bush hog. I had one more that just got on my list. She's, as of now, she will be it. I don't know if I have any more or not. I'll have them when they call me. It's not gonna be much. I'll have the 7-foot bush hog with me. I'm gonna do it either tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know which day yet. This is Friday. So anyway, y'all, if you would like, subscribe to me, take my review on this tractor here for what it's worth. I do know there's another one around me that's the exact same tractor. I think it's might be a year older than mine, might be a 21. It has a 12-speed transmission in it too, and it's doing the exact same thing. But like I say, take it for what it's worth. Maybe we just got some tractors that were, you know, a couple of lemons. I don't know. I know people have had injector issues. I have not, at least not yet. I've heard that they're on the 19 through 22 models. I don't know. It's not something I've asked my dealer. He'll tell me if I ask him. By the way, I want to give a shout out to the dealer. First Choice Farm and Lawn. I bought this tractor. I dealt with my salesman was in Union City, Tennessee. It was Josh. This tractor was sitting in Mayfield when I bought it. It's my closest dealer to me. Man, I can't thank those guys enough for when this tractor was down. They busted their butt, man. Josh busted his butt and got me a that M5 111. That was a used tractor that somebody traded in. It came all, they brought it all the way up from Memphis, Tennessee, up here to me, which is a pretty good haul. So I'm very thankful for these guys. They've been an awesome dealer, man. I just couldn't thank them enough for being the dealer that they have. But anyway, y'all, that's what I wanted to say and kind of get it out of the way. And like I say, I'll try to do a review on the 12-foot Land Pride as soon as I can. It may be a few days or might be a couple weeks. I don't know just yet, but I gotta get out here and get this field sprayed and the rest of these fields sprayed, getting some weeds in them. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off here. If you would like, subscribe to me, and talk to you and see you on the next one. Thanks.